in the right time. Considering the work the married couple had after the husband's mother's death, who used to aid in the housework, the husband decided to get a housemaid to take care of all the housework and their 15-year-old daughter and their 4-year-old son. Later, the wife found out that the husband sneaks in the house while she's at work. In addition, realizing that the maid was taking care of her looks. And every time the wife had an argument with the maid, the husband sided with the maid, saying, "If she does her job properly, you should leave her alone and don't lose her." The door of doubts opened in the wife's heart. One day she got back home around 10 o'clock in the morning, finding her husband having a cup of tea with the maid, exchanging laughs, and having good chemistry. She had a huge fight after that, which almost led to a divorce. Afterwards, she was ready to kick out the maid when she found her daughter crying and begging for letting her stay since there was a lot of work to cover. She agreed to let her stay with a warning: if she makes another mistake, she'll be fired. The wife's decision to let the maid stay was only to figure out why her daughter was begging for her to stay. She started observing her daughter and the maid together, and noticed that her daughter's head was getting twisted and that she spent a lot of her time with the maid in the kitchen or in her room having long conversations. The situation was suspicious as she found out that the maid was leading her daughter to a dark path. The maid made it easy for the daughter to get to know the neighbor's son, and she turned the daughter into a desperate for love kind of girl. It went too far when the daughter set a date with the boy in her mother's absence. The mother found out about it in the perfect time to lecture her daughter about how far she went and how further she was going to go. Moreover, she made her understand that all the words coming out of the maid's mouth were massively wrong and pushing her away from Islam and the society's traditions. What upset the mother the most was feeling guilty towards her daughter because she stayed away from her and let the maid play with her head. However, she was glad when the husband kicked out the maid and got her deported out of the country after he got to know what she was doing with his daughter. Lastly, he decided that he'll never get a maid anymore after such an experience.
ولا تحسبن الله غافلا عما يعمل الظالمون إنما يؤخرهم ليوم تشخص فيه الأبصار مهطعين مقنعي رؤوسهم لا يرتد إليهم طرفهم وأفئدتهم هواء وأنذر الناس يوم يأتيهم العذاب فيقول الذين ظلموا ربنا أخرنا إلى أجل قريب نجب دعوتك ونتبع الرسل أولم تكونوا أقسمتم من قبل ما لكم من زوال وسكنتم في مساكن الذين ظلموا أنفسهم وتبين لكم كيف فعلنا بهم وضربنا لكم الأمثال وقد مكروا مكرهم وعند الله مكرهم وإن كان مكرهم لتزول منه الجبال فلا تحسبن الله مخلف وعده رسله إن الله عزيز ذو انتقام